Hello, my name is India Body, and this is my ex-com class, 200 Interpersonal Communication. My instructor is Bob Murda. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I apologize if I pronounced it wrong. The date is December 21st, 2013. Um, I experienced a time where I had trouble listening when I attended Oakland University, the school before University of Phoenix. I was actually listening to a couple speeches. We would go to different seminars to sit in on my English class at the time, which was Composition 1. We did an extra credit assignment where it was a speaker and she was talking and basically reflecting on her personal life experiences that she's been through. Um, she was explaining to us how her life had been so hard and the things that she experienced in life, such as being raped at a young age, not having parents, being homeless, being on drugs, and how she overcame all these issues and actually graduated from college with a master's degree. She's continuing school. She's a motivational speaker as well. But it was very hard for me to listen to the message. Even though I got the message, it was hard for me to actually listen to the message and important aspects that she was trying to send out to her listeners and to the audience. Um, I had trouble listening because of her unchecked emotion. That was one important barrier that stood out to me. Um, she was very passionate about what she was saying because you can tell it really hurt her and it had much effect on her life. Um, she, at one point I thought she was going to break down and cry. She used a lot of swear words, a lot of curse words, which took focus off of her message that she was trying to send to her listeners. It actually had me in the mindset of thinking to myself, wow, is she really using this vulgar language? Are there any kids here that are sitting in on the seminar? We have professors, we have deans here, we have people from different colleges. To me, in my opinion, I didn't think that was professional. I understand that she had, been hurt and she might have been very passionate about what she was saying, and it might have actually given her flashbacks, in her mind to where the point where she was hurt and it came out through her speech. Another barrier that was present with this speech was also self-absorbed. She did not talk about anyone else or anything else but herself. It was hard to listen again as well because I wanted to know how her family felt. I wanted to know where her family was. I wanted to know how the people around her friends, did she have any friends? It was basically all about her. And I was thinking that the message would have been, okay, these are the things I experienced in my life, and this is how it affected people. And, it wasn't like that. It was just, this is what I've done. This is my experience. This is just me. And it was all about her and it was all about me. Um, Another thing that contributed, the barrier that contributed to my inability to listen was my focus was thrown off. I was totally not focused on the message she was trying to send. I was focused on what language she chose to use in her speech. I was focused on everything else other than the message and other than what I understand or I understood at the time what she was trying to say, the things she'd been through in her life, the experience, the detrimental experiences that she's been through. But I didn't understand what the message was. Are you trying to tell your listeners how to avoid these situations? Are you trying to tell your listeners not to go down that path and encourage and persuade us not to go down that path? What are you trying to say? So, two strategies that allowed me to cope with the barriers. Um, I actually coped with them, a little bit, but like I said, the message was very hard for me to focus on. Two strategies that allowed me to cope with this is I had to concentrate. I had to concentrate on what the point was, what the just the whole concept was. I really had to concentrate, and when I found myself drifting off, I would hurry up and snap back into concentration mode. Um, Another strategy was I kept calm. I raised my hand, I asked questions when necessary, and I did show interest in her story. I did show acknowledgement and I was respectful to her story. So those are the two strategies that allowed me to cope with the barriers. Um, Both of those strategies that I use can help eliminate those barriers. I feel that if you're dealing with a self-absorbed person, you should always just try to keep calm and show interest into them, and just try to ask as many questions as you can. And also, what I said about the unchecked emotions. Just try to concentrate on what the message is versus how angry a person might be or how negative they might come off. And that's really, you know, my experience on trouble listening and the barriers that I used and the strategies that help me cope with it and eliminate it. Thank you so much.